Hello everyone, it's Irina back again. So today I thought about bringing you another demo, and today I'm bringing you Alaris. I wanted to tell you something else. It's just like I think right now on Steam you have the what is the name of it? The Next Fest. Yeah, so there's like tons of demos right now, even from games that you usually do not have access. So yeah, just go to Steam and like search, for instance, for games that you are really interested, and you might actually find some demos that you never saw that they existed. You know that they were in there, especially from games that are still going to be announced, that are still in development. This game is still in early access. Okay, I don't actually know how long. Let me see. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to finish the demo today. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know how long this is going to be. So this is Alaris, an Otome game. It says discover secrets long forgotten and nurture relationships waiting to bloom. In a game inspired by the lore of Dragon and Fae, make choices that can shape your story, relationships, and even personality. Will you be brave, kind, wise, charismatic? Only you know the answer to your fate. This is from Crescence Studio. And it says that we have full audio. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you are seeing like a movie going on in there because I'm not doing nothing and it starts showing like some kind of teaser. Or not. No, it's not. It's still not. Usually when I leave it like this, it starts showing like some kind of movie in the background. It's still not showing. Okay, like a trailer or something. So let me tell you something. I do what I usually do, which is I just go into the game for a bit, just because I want to put the settings in a way that I feel like it's comfortable for me to be in here, narrating, and like that I do not feel like the sound is too much loud, or they are like speaking really loud, stuff like that. And it has a lot of options. Okay, it's not bad. It has a lot of options. The music is actually quite good, and I did found that you do have like some voice acting going on in here. I don't know if it's for the entire game or it's just the beginning, but what I wanted to say, this is what I wanted to say, sorry, my mind, is that it was a bit jarring because I was like, okay, I just want to put the settings in here, and the game started to like ask me a lot of questions, to build my character, and I was like, God, honestly, I just wanted like do this to see in terms of sounds and stuff. Like, please don't, like, it was jarring, honestly. So, and I say this because I know nowadays we have this huge concern about you fitting. This goes along with the last game that I played, which is like you need to fit into that personality, into that protagonist, and for me it's more like I like to read books, okay? And when I'm reading a book, no one is asking me if I am a he, she, or they. I'm just there to, to ship a couple, to, get into the fantasies, stuff like that. I do not. Oh, the movie is going to start, the trailer movie. Do you understand? Like, I do not feel like I really need to fit into the character, because there is absolutely no way that I'm going to fit into the character that is in here. The character is always going to do things that I wouldn't do. So this thing about, oh, you need to immerse yourself. Yeah, I can immerse myself without telling you that I am a girl, I am a guy, I'm a they, or whatever. Like, but we have a real concern about this nowadays. Like, for instance, it's like the other game that I was telling you about. I would have preferred that they didn't even ask me if I wanted to be a he, a she, or a they, and I would have probably played in another way, without establishing from the start that I wanted to be a she, and then I found out that the type of script that I had in there, it wasn't for a girl. Do you understand? Like, this is like a positive critic. Okay, do not take it as like a type of a real judgment in here, because I am not that type of person. But sometimes I do feel this, especially in the days that we have today. It's just like, oh, but you really need to fit. You really need to. For me, it's more like, it's fine. You don't have to define that. Why do we need to define ourselves always as like we are a he or a she or a they? But when you define yourself, when the game asks you to define yourself, and you define yourself as one of them, then you are expecting the script to go along with what you define it. And then sometimes you do not find that, because they try so much to be neutral, and then it's just, then you're like, then why did you create the expectation that I was going to be a she or a he or whatever? Do you understand what I'm trying to say in here? If you want us to just play in a neutral way and just be, I don't know, more like they, just let us be they. It doesn't matter, okay? It's for me, okay? For me. So yes, we are going to have the same thing in here with establishing the immersive type of gameplay that you want to have. We have a disclaimer. Alaris is a tale currently in progress. Like many things in nature, time may change some of its elements. Indeed, aspects of this story may transform before the final product. New components of the narrative may be discovered, and the way in which one navigates the world of Alaris may alter. With that said, it is our hope that this story, as it is discovered thus far, is to your liking. We all carry scars with us, wounds that have healed with time, but that may still be sensitive. This is a story that may touch on some of these wounds, a tale that covers attempted kidnapping and stalking, a tale that contains mild language, mild violence, and mild sexual content. While it is not our intent to inflict harm through this story, we caution you to know your boundaries and the wounds you may carry. So this is a content warning. The world you've come to is different now. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of the ether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. In an era long past, humans roamed these lands, but these beings were different from the ones of today. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. Trusting to a land beyond your control, humans created a magic of their own, one built from their own cunning. They called it technology. Are we going to the forum? Kind of reminding the forum thing. Technology was powerful, so powerful it rivaled even the might of their dragon protectors. But their magic had a price. Unable to harness the power of the ether, human magic stole from that of nature. Stop, monster, how could you do this? Ah! What have we done? Chaos descended, darkness spread through the land, poisoning the hearts of many. Until hope became a luxury few could afford. On a still moonlight night, a ritual was conducted. One with the power to reverse the destruction that ravaged these lands, but came at a terrible cost. And so marked the end of an era, and with it the end of a powerful species. That's right. Was it the dragons? Yeah. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of the ether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. But these beings are no more, and in exchange for their noble sacrifice, all others were slowly able to recover. And recover they did. What's this? Hey, look! Magic! Could it be? In an era long past, humans roamed these lands. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. But these beings were different from the ones of today. For you see, the dragons of lore left behind more than peace. They left behind their magic, magic that humans could now access. With these newfound powers at their fingertips, humans carried on the legacy of peace left behind by the dragons. Thus began the dawn of a new age. At least, this is how the story of the world is told. And you, stumbling before me, still so full of potential, how do you play into all of this? I see you do not even have a name yet. Oh? You do have a name. Very well, what is it? Let's put Irina. Now going with the Bambi again. The Bambi was actually kind of funny. Irina, how strange. Then I shall know you as Irina. And how does one refer to you in this world? Please choose all pronouns you like to use. Okay. So this is what I was telling you about. I know some people really like this, okay? I kind of like this too. I kind of like just to say, for me it's just okay, just to establish this once, but they actually go really far with this in here, which is also cool, okay? I just don't want to get disappointed like I did with the other one, that it ended up being not a really immersive text. Do you understand? When it came to going a bit further into the story. She, her. Please choose all pronouns you like. Do you know that? That's all. Excellent. I am all the more wiser now. And how would you like others to view you? Okay. I see. So it would be right to say Irina prefers feminine terms and goes by she, her. Yes. Is this right? This can be changed later. Yes, it is right. Very good. Did you know? Humans believe the personality to be a mighty force. Let me see if I can use the enter key. I don't know. Instead of just clicking all the time. Humans believe the personality to be a mighty force, shaping much of their experience, their interactions, their relationships. Will you choose to be brave, kind, or wise? Oh, charismatic, or perhaps a blend. At times when it isn't clear, there may be resources to aid you. You see, I have a gift, a codex, if you will. This codex may guide you during moments of confusion. Simply hover over the terms of this age and you will deduce their meanings. You would like a demonstration? Very well, let us practice. A term used often in this age is energy. I hope this tool is of use to you. Keep it as a gift from me to you. Oh, you doubt my goodwill? How amusing. You are wise for your age, so be it. You have seen through me. In exchange for this present, entertain me a while longer. Dawn approaches, and I find myself having many questions about you. Let's start with something simple. Who do you aspire to be? From every other type, not visual novel type of games, I am usually the person that likes to be the healer. So I'm going to choose the healer. Okay, so we got that one. So it's like the kind one. I wasn't expecting the kind one. Okay, how kind? If we had more who cared for others like you, the world would be a better place. I wouldn't say that I am actually a very kind person because I'm very straightforward. I end up like, even in here, you notice that, yeah, I do end up being a bit opinionated. So sometimes I end up hurting people because I'm just very frontal and straightforward. So I wouldn't say that I am a very kind type of person. I do like to empathize with other people's issues. Yeah, I tend to do that. Interesting. I find I know you better already. Another question then. What terrifies you? I'm not going to say in here what terrifies me. Rejection, loss, helplessness. I think it's harder to deal with rejection than loss, because I was like talking about this, like you create expectations and then you get rejected. Imagine, because a loss, it came from, it happened. Do you understand? This is more hurtful than this for me. Like, imagine like someone that you really love dies, and it's a loss, and you start like grieving, and grieving can be really painful, really hard to deal. But it's something that, I don't know, you may say like, I don't know, God's fault, whatever you want to say it, that person just died or something. A rejection is like, you got rejected, is really hard to deal with, and you still need to live knowing that that person is there and that person was the one that rejected you. So for me, it's more like it's harder to deal with. Helplessness. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to not be able. You want to do something and you cannot do. But for me, I think rejection would be the hardest one for me. It gave me the charismatic one, which was the one that I was like, I would probably choose the charismatic one. It's kind of funny. the fear of being unaccepted, it is a common one. What can one do when no one will accept their true form? But perhaps we should talk of more hopeful things. Tell me, what do you long for? What do I long for? Okay. Legacy, belonging, freedom. I would actually probably not choose the legacy one, but usually people, this is like a psychological thing. Usually people that fear the most rejection, they long for belonging. It is kind of connected one thing to the other. I probably wouldn't choose freedom, although I know what is to not have freedom at all and just being confined. I know what that is, the feeling of that. And it's very hard too. But I think it's more connected, like a person that doesn't want to be rejected. I think it's more connected to belonging. Yeah. All have a need for belonging. To find others that accept you no matter what is a pure aspiration. Your wish is inspiring. May you find it one day. Strength will be needed for this journey of yours. Fortunately, I see great strength within you. But none of us are without weakness. What may be a personal obstacle on your way to your aspirations? Unyielding stubbornness. Fear of others' perceptions. Like, this is very connected to you feeling like you are a failure. And I know this very dearly because I am that person. Like, I constantly feel like I am a failure because I cannot win on nothing in this life. So it's very connected. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to pick this one. A tendency to self-sacrifice. No, I do not think that I am altruistic enough to have like this tendency to self-sacrifice. I do feel like self-sacrificing when the future ahead or what lies ahead needs me to for a bigger reason. For instance, I am the type of person that we had like another virus, whatever. I had it and they would confine me and I would be totally okay with it. Because if that meant that more people were going to survive, I would self-sacrifice for it. But that doesn't mean that you have like a tendency for that. I think tendency is more like you are the altruistic type of person, which I do not find myself being that type. Yeah, this is like more connected to you feeling like a failure, and like there's a ton of people like me. I know you are out there. You feel the same. Like you are just a failure. You cannot go into other people's expectations, your family expectations, your job expectations. It's like you have your own ambitions and you cannot get up there. You know, like this is like a common thing. Like we feel kind of like a failure. And I say this because it says others' perceptions, like the judgment, you know, the prejudice, the judgment they are going to have against you. I would like to put the unyielding stubbornness. That's like the one for to put in here. Pride is a trait often possessed by humans, because I don't want to put it very linear. I want to be able to create something different in here. Like, this thing about immersing yourself, for me, it's more like I like to explore other things. Like there are things that sometimes I choose that I feel connected to, but then I'm like, but I want this person to be a person in itself. I do not want this person to be me. I mean, to be me, I just go outside and do my things, be myself. So, and this is why I was telling you that this immersive kind of thing is more like, why do you want to immerse yourself? You probably want to immerse a fantasy that you have of yourself, not actually yourself. So choosing the right things in here, it's kind of like, I mean, you do your thing, but I think it's more interesting if you can fantasize about another thing, Pride is a trait often possessed by humans. It can blind them from paths that may be better for them in the long run. This has been enjoyable. What a pleasure to learn more about you. Personality is fascinating. It can embody such varying traits. It can. For you, it seems charisma is important. It is. I wanted to pick charisma. You remind me of the lovers of lore. But perhaps you perceive yourself differently. Tell me, how would you describe yourself? I am more like, it depends. I don't know. Like, this is like the thing. You're like, you feel like you have a bit of each one of them. I would like to be a bit more brave. I do feel fascinated and interested by things, but it depends the things. So I, at the same time, it's like curious. I don't know. I mean, I am curious about certain things, but imagine like a nerd comes to me and he's talking about something that I don't even care. I'm not going to get curious about it. Okay, so you do get compassionate about certain things, but not all. I am not a charismatic type of person, but I want our character to be a charismatic one, as I told you in the beginning. So yes, let's go with the charismatic. I see. Thank you for answering my questions. It has been enlightening. I look forward to seeing what this life has in store for you. Like, see, like, this is cool, but I was trying to get into the game because I wanted to mess with the settings, and I was like, oh my god, I do not get out of here. Like, just let me go into the game. And I could not skip it, So I really like, look at the backgrounds. Like, they are amazing. I also really like the text box. You have serif in here. The font is a serif one, but you can put the dyslexic, the open dyslexic one, okay, if you feel like you need it. And I would say that these, what is the name that you use it? The font, the number of font, whatever, how do you call it? It's good for the eye. That's what I mean. It's large. Okay, that's it. It's kind of like, it's large enough for the eye. It's good enough. This is I still didn't found the word that I wanted to find, but whatever. It will come. This happens to me, then it will come. But the background, look at this. It's marvelous. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, the background is so good. Okay, now as much as I love seeing you, I need you to take it easy for a bit, okay? Then I'll be fine. You'll be as good as new. Wow, I can't believe you actually healed me. Nothing's ever worked. Not to brag, but I do get that a lot. I bet. Thank you, Irina. Then I'll be going. of course, hopefully our next session is the last one. The patient left right as I got a message on my communicator. So it's Mom. Coming home soon. You actually need to click in here. Like the first time I was like, where do I need to click? Okay, so you need to click in here. Yes. Finally. Another long day. Another long day. I heard the energy crisis has been getting worse. That's probably it. I don't know. Must be. I've never been this busy. Hopefully they find a solution soon. You can say that again. Seriously, I don't know what's going on, so you can say that again. I don't know. Well, I'm wrapping up dinner now. You can tell me all about it over some food. Can't wait. Are you going to be passing the grocery on your way back? Why? Do you think you can pick up some eggs? Sure. I can pick them up. It's always hard for you, right at the beginning, to try to understand what kind of relationship you have with your mom in the story, right? Because you may be very attached and okay with your mom, or your mom can be just like a nagging type of person, or she can even just like be the type that ignores you or something. Like we never know. So Mom was asking us to get us some eggs. I would probably get some eggs for my mom, but I would probably put the emoji too in there, you know, like, okay. That's how I would do it. It would be with both of them. Thanks, babe. Be home soon. Okay. Be safe. There have been more overtaken incidents. I will. Let's hope I don't run into another one. Okay. I don't know what you're talking. Don't jinx it. Love you. Okay, love you too. As I put my communicator away, my muscles ached with exhaustion and I stifled my groan. Maybe I shouldn't have said I'll pick those eggs up. Yeah, I would be thinking that too. My muscles cried out in pain once more as I packed away the last of my supplies, and I groaned out loud this time. Be a healer, they say. You'll always have job security, they say. I need a vacation. A hot shower, a warm meal, my sweet, sweet bed. They were all just a couple of blocks away. So close, yet so... Electric air, the smell of ozone, energy so concentrated it tasted acrid. Oh, I see. You need to hover over. Okay. Energy, magic that flows through all of nature. It is in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and all living beings that walk the land. This is the gift given to us by the dragon's sacrifice from an era long ago. So they gave us energy. Okay. An overtaken? A mysterious and dangerous entity that has made its terrifying appearance in recent years. Little is known about them. Their only established characteristics being a mindless state and overflowing energy. But they do have like a human kind of form, right? So it's like feels like a visualized spirit in an electric kind of state. An overtaken. My heart rate quickened as I stared into the inhuman void of their eyes, at the blurred outline of their silhouette. I don't know how to do it. If I move carefully, maybe I can still... Hands reached for me. The energy in the air crackled closer than before. This is the same thing, right? It is. Dodge and elbow their back. Elbow their back, so we can grab them? Duck and kick their feet from under them. Stuck. I don't know if I can grab them, so I'm like, what? I tackled them to the ground. Pinning their arms back, I pressed against the overtaken and scanned their body. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, no. Dull waves of energy rolled off them, hiding the root of the irregularities, the reason for their overtaken state. Irregularities. Come on. Sharp electric energy zipped past me, narrowly missing my left cheek. There. Oh, they have like a weakened spot or something? Near their left shoulder, their iridescent energy bubbled, different from everywhere else. I held my hand over it. I don't know how to do these sounds, okay. Vocal one, aren't you? Just work with me here. Or don't. I channel my energy towards their shoulder. The familiar warm feeling of my magic radiated from my hand. Slowly, mine intertwined with theirs until the bubbling settled. The overtaken relaxed, the sharp bolts of electricity ceasing soon after. Phew. Cautiously, I released them as I shift my focus to their vitals. Everything seems stable. The overtaken incidents really are rising. This is the 5th one I've run into just this month. Where are they coming from?
Please, step away from that person.
Okay. I jumped at the commanding voice and turned to see 2 people rushing toward me. Drakes? Already? Drakes. The protective branch of Central. Drakes are known for their physical proficiency and can be seen helping the townspeople with laborious errands. Most recently, Drakes have assisted with subduing overtaken. So, like, the dragons disappeared, but you have Drakes? Is that? I don't actually know what to say about the sprites. Like, visually for me they are not actually my thing, but because they are like they are floppy, but they have its own originality. Do you understand? So they're not bad, but yeah, well, yeah, they made them very androgynous because you can be, you know, he, she, or they, so they probably made them very androgynous. Especially like the red one. Looks very much like a girl. Usually I'm out of here by the time they arrive. But on second glance, I could tell these 2 were different. Oh, it's very close. I would say too much close for me. Dragon horns. I can't remember the last time I saw someone with a physical manifestation of energy. Strength emanated from him, almost overwhelmingly so, from the self-assured way he carried himself, to his towering frame to his deep emerald energy. Is she saying that it's emerald because of his eyes? And his partner was no less intriguing. A kaleidoscope of energy from ruby reds to sapphire blues followed their every movement. No, it is not. Since his eyes are like yellow, so I thought it was because of the eyes or something. Oh, no. I've never seen such a complex aura.
Are you hurt?
I'm a little tired, but otherwise fine. Just got off work, so the last thing I wanted to run into was an overtaken. Am I right? Like, when it's like this, I like to see the sprite. Imagine they put like the other on the shadow and put the one that is talking. This is just me saying something, okay? There's a ton of games that do not have this. But I kind of do like when they like overshadow one when the other one is talking. And I'm saying this because it's not all the time that you are looking into the name in here of the person that is talking or not. Even sense, so it's more automatic and instant when you just see like that person like getting like the spotlight and the other one being like overshadowed just because one is talking and the other one is not. It's just a picky thing, but I have a ton of games where I do not have that. I'm just saying my opinion, okay? So the drakes.
You seem to be rather calm right now.
Yeah, like, see, because they do not have the mouth movement, I really need to see who is the one talking, because there's no contrast between them. I really need to see, oh, it's the red-haired guy, okay. Okay.
Overtaken are quite dangerous. Most find themselves overwhelmed when encountering one.
Okay. Caution slowed his speech, sharpened his gaze. Were they suspicious of me? I like the charismatic thing. I guess it makes sense given how difficult Overtaken can be to take down. It's overwhelming, but after the 5th Overtaken, you start to get a handle on things.
5? What's your secret? Oh, man, we need someone like you at Central.
Central. The governing structure in town. Central provides an array of services to the townspeople and acts as a centralized party where we can seek healing, education, and protection. Okay. Probably like their own government or something. Oh, he's not talking right now, and it's the red one. It's true, many of our own drakes struggle holding their own against the Overtaken. A drake? Oh, whoa. No, I think you guys have the wrong idea.
What do you mean?
Sorry, excuse me. I'm a healer, so I'm less fighting the Overtaken and more healing them, I guess.
You heal them?
In a way, I can't explain how it works myself, but as far as I can tell, I'm able to stabilize them. That way, by the time help comes, like you two, they are more subdued.
I didn't even know Overtaken could be healed. I thought once they enter that state, they have to be knocked out.
Well, I don't know about this thing to, starting the story.
And sometimes, even that's not enough.
I wasn't aware of this either. I wouldn't be surprised if you were actually the only person who knew this.
Yeah, I really feel like we could use some contrast in here when each one of them are talking. Of course, you probably can distinguish them by the voices, but since we are not that used to their voices, you kind of like, I always need to see who is the one that is going to talk, next.
Healing them. This could change everything about how we deal with the Overtaken.
He gestures towards the overtaken.
Do you mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead. As I stepped aside, he kneeled and surveyed the overtaken with a surprising amount of expertise.
Interesting. Their vitals are normal. And there's no sign of serious injuries. Excuse us for a moment. What do you think? This might help with the overtaken crisis.
It's just one person, though. And what if it's a fluke?
They said they've healed at least 5 overtaken. Etsa might know what to do with them.
They probably go crazy over this. You think this healer will help us, though?
What are those two whispering about over there?
Only one way to find out.
True. All right. Let's ask.
I have an idea on how to convince them.
Huh? Wait, no, Kane!
The red-haired Drake fixed their gaze on me, eyes glimmering.
Usually, I prefer to get to know someone before requesting so much. But we could use someone like you at Central. Your approach is certainly more effective than what we've been doing. Of course, we'd do everything in our power to make it worth your while.
Ruby strands grazed my shoulder. Their breath tickled my ear as they whispered to me. Oh, I don't know if it's a he or they. Okay, it's just like, I'm going to say they. They are very close to us, like really near, since like the strand is like grazing her shoulders. It's like whispering to us or something.
I'm sure we could reach an arrangement that would make everyone happy.
I could hear the smile in their voice. Oh, it's there. Okay, I could hear the smile in their voice. Yeah, because he's a bit androgynous. To understand, I think he has like an androgynous kind of look. They were enjoying this, but two could play at that game. I leaned into them, eager to rise to the occasion, as I traced my index finger over the contours of their chest. She's even leaning into them, okay? I'm listening.
How cute.
The dark-haired Drake cleared his throat loudly. After an eternity, the red-haired man drew away. I almost didn't want him to. Funny. With a playful wink, he signaled the end to whatever had passed between us, and I refocused on their earlier offer. Back to the matter at hand. I'd love to help, but I'll be lying if I said my hands aren't already full with my own patients. To add healing all the overtaken on top of that.
We're not asking you to heal all the overtaken.
Right. We would never demand such a thing. Just one meeting. That's all we ask.
That's all you need from me? Really?
Well, if you want to give us more, we'll take it.
What do you mean by that?
But if not, our experts could learn something from you.
Oh, well, if it's just a meeting, I think I can swing that.
Of course. That's more than we could ever hope for.
The hornet drake crouched near the overtaken, eyeing it before shifting to pick it up. I can't just pick it up. I don't know, is it heavy or something? But it's just energy, maybe it's not heavy. Oh, do you need help?
No worries, I got it.
He placed his arms underneath the body and with one motion effortlessly lifted the overtaken off the ground. Wow, he makes it look so easy. Yeah. I was like, I don't know, you kind of have like this idea of like raising a body, and I was like, oh, maybe he's heavy. But then I remember like he's made of energy, you know, maybe he's not heavy. But she's saying that he's making it look easy, so maybe it is heavy, although it's just energy or something. I don't know. Funny.
Do you normally carry these on your own after you've knocked them out?
Oh, not usually, no.
So, then what do you usually do?
Well, usually I didn't want to finish that sentence, especially not after watching him pick up the overtaken like it was a stuffed animal. But now that I had started to answer, I had to see this through. Say it like it's the most normal, logical thing in the world. Then we won't even bat a lash. Well, you see, usually I just leave them there. It almost worked. For a second he nodded, as if it was normal to leave unconscious overtaken in alleys. But then realization settled in as he processed my words. Listen, his body shook with laughter as I tried to explain myself. You wouldn't believe how long my days are, and usually there's a drake somewhere close by. She's probably lying again. Sorry if I... His laughter only grew, and I knew the defense in the world could save me now. And I knew no defense in the world could save me now, sorry.
Drook, you're being rude.
Yeah, Drook. After being scolded by his fellow Drake, Drook's laughter slowly subsided. So, this guy is Drook, right?
Pardon my partner's rudeness.
My rudeness? You're the one getting all up in their business, Kane.
And the other guy is Kane. Okay. It could have worked it better. Like, okay, they can leave it like this, but it kind of could have worked it better if in the displayed name they would have put in like a color that would connect to each one of them. Like in the Japanese games, you see that a lot, like a color that connects to each one. Like, imagine Kane had like the name of his name like in red, and Drook had his name in blue, whatever. Do you understand? Like, sometimes it works better because it's a visualized thing. Sometimes you're like you don't want to look into it. You just want to slide your eyes through there. Why? Because you don't want to be just looking at the text box. You want to be looking to the sprites and everyone that is in back too. You know, you want to look to the visualized part. So it would be like a good idea just to put like some colors. It would be faster for your eyes to just see which one of them is talking.
I didn't see any complaints on their end.
And it would bring a bit of contrast too, which wouldn't be bad, since the name and the text kind of have like the same color.
We can take this overtaken with us and handle things from here. But if you are free right now, we could also try and meet with Kimura.
Kimura. Like in Japanese, you'd say Kimura, not Kimura. You'll want me to meet with Central now. And with Kimura at that, they didn't mention anything about meeting Central's leader. Although, like, this is not in Japan or nothing. It's just that, maybe, I'm seeing the Tori in there. Tori. Up there. Like, leading, this means that it's probably leading to a shrine. So yeah, maybe the idea was like to do it like in a place like Japan or something.
Ah, don't worry. We won't let him bite. Just follow us and you'll be golden. Hopefully your bad luck with the overtaken won't rub off on us.
No promises.
Do we get the pleasure of knowing our local hero's name?
I'm Irina, and you two are Kane and Druk.
Bingo.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
As we walk, my muscle soreness, previously forgotten, returned with a vengeance. I sighed, acutely aware that my long day was about to be even longer. Goodbye, bed. I'll only be gone for a little more. Oh my god. And muscle soreness is like really painful. And I say this because I have tendinitis and stuff like that, and it's painful. I can't believe I'm meeting with Kimura right now. So this is probably like Kimura guy. Okay. And on such short notice. How highly ranked are these two drakes? Oh, the not voiced one. Okay. I saw it myself. Irina heals the Overtaken. But the point remains, perhaps we've been approaching the crisis all wrong. If the Overtaken are meant to be healed and not subdued, I understand, says Kimura. See, like colors in here to distinguish or something, it would work really well. And Irina, this was your 5th encounter with an Overtaken. Oh, yes, sir. No need to be so formal. 5th encounter this month, she said. Just this month? Then your approach must be effective. She also leaves the Overtaken in alleys. You didn't have to mention that part. Yes, now that I think about it, I do remember reports of unconscious Overtaken being found in alleys. Guilty. We were hoping Etsa might be here to make sense of Irina's process, but it seems they're out. Or another they, Etsa, okay. And they talked about Druk as a he. Okay, so he's a they, Etsa is a they, and he's a he. Okay. Yes, I believe they mentioned checking one of the nearby springs. Natural havens where energy exists in its purest and strongest form. These areas are considered sacred. Sorry, I was looking into another place. They are considered sacred. Of late, various springs have demonstrated instability for the first time in centuries. Sometimes I need to look at the hour because I don't want to extend the videos more than like 1 hour and a half or something, because when I'm rendering or when I'm putting the videos on YouTube, it just takes a lot of time, and that's why like suddenly I was like, let me just check the hour. Okay, no, not in here. Oh yeah, that was happening today. They are as busy as usual, I see. Is Etsa the expert you mentioned earlier? Our crowning jewel at Central, what does that mean? Etsa is the head of our wyverns. They've been most directly involved with the Overtaken crisis. Okay, the wyverns. The healing branch of Central. Wyverns are known for their mastery of energy and or potion knowledge, and are often sought after for their ability to cure an array of conditions. Okay, that's why he's like saying that like we would probably belong or be more understanding with this guy, right? Because he kind of does it by a certain type of healing too. Seeing as they are not here today, would you be able to come in another day? Apologies, Irina, after we dragged you here and everything. No, it's fine, just let me know when Edsa's free. I'm sure we can work something out. Here, our contact information. Oh, how do I do this? Wait. Do I need to click? Yeah, I do. Oh, and I got the other guys too. We'll shoot you a message when we hear from Edsa. I nodded in response as the others ended the meeting. As I finally made my way home, I reflected on my spontaneous meeting with Central. So I'll be helping the head of Wyverns. But I'm just some self-taught healer. What could I be doing so differently from our town's official healers? Whatever the difference in our process, Kane and Druk seemed to think it could hold critical information. I guess one meeting won't hurt. Worst case scenario, it doesn't make a difference. Best case scenario, it helps the overtaken crisis. If I can change things for the better, why wouldn't I?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Who dis? What's going on? Behind me stood a shrouded figure clothed in the shadows of the night. Moonlight danced off porcelain skin, sharp amethyst eyes leered at me. A chill crawled down my back. Who?
I've spent quite a while trying to find you. I hope you plan on making it up to me for all my lost time.
Who is this guy supposed to be? Everything in me screamed, run. I spun around, set on doing just that. They seized my wrist and pulled me against them. Another day, okay. Pain shot up my arm. Ouch! And just as easily as he had stopped my previous movements, the stranger's hand clamped over my mouth, forcing silence. With barely a breath between us, as though he was part of the shadows themselves, he whispered, he's like so close, like sometimes they put the sprite, for me, okay, personally, it's too much close, it's too much close. Like if it was a bit more central, but it's just, like his head is even a bit cut, you know, so like too much close.
It'll cause a lot of trouble if someone sees me, so I can let you do that. Sorry, little one.
I shut my eyes. There had to be something I could do, but fear drowned out all reason, gripping my heart and refusing to free me from its clutches. Please, somebody, anybody, anything to get me out of here. And then the universe answered my prayers.
Get down!
Nothing else needed to be said. Energy rushed past us, colliding into my kidnapper. The pressure against my back, around my wrist and over my mouth disappeared as they burst into a fit of coughs. Coughs. I think it's coughs that you say. Grabbing hold of this chance for safety, I pushed them away and ran. I crashed into someone, but whether they were friendly or foe... No.
Hey, are you alright?
Like, for instance, in here, it's too much close too, but since it's like coming as a CG, it is kinda okay. Like, okay in here. In here, it's okay. As a sprite, there is just like really close to me, like, and even like it's not very central because his head is even like a bit cut and all. It's kind of like yeah, okay. I don't like it as much. As I came to my senses, turquoise hair and a matching set of crystal eyes faded in and out of vision. His hands reached for me before pausing in mid-air. Where? Who? Wait, the coughing stopped. I turned my gaze back over the alley, only to find an empty street. They're gone.
Looks like they ran away.
I could barely hear him over the sound of my heart throbbing against my eardrums. Like, this guy is kind of like sounding like the Enox guy from the other game that I played. Maybe it's the same voice actor. I don't know. Like, I know the voice actors from the Japanese games. Like, not all of them, but most of them, because I played so many. And I came to a realization, which is, I love to see seiyuu, which is the voice actors in Japan. I like to see the seiyuu stuff quite a lot. Like, I laugh out loud with all of their things and how they deal with each other and the shows and interviews and whatever. But nowadays, I feel like I don't want to see nothing of that anymore. You know, it's like, I love it, but I don't want to see it anymore. Why? Because every time I'm going into a new game and I'm hearing them, I'm not thinking about the character, I'm thinking about the voice actor. It's like, it's so bad. And sometimes I cannot get into the character because it just reminds me of the person that is borrowing the voice, you know. So with the English voice actors, I always try to not even look into them or how they look alike or who they are or whatever. I'm like, no. I don't want to be influenced by that. But it's funny that I heard this guy talking and I was like, it reminds me of Enix. I don't know if it's the same, but I'm like, it reminds me of him. My head dizzied and ached as the events that had just unfurled sank in.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, I really think it sounds like him. Funny. He spoke in a quiet voice, not dissimilar from the stranger earlier. And yet his voice was so distinctly different. Where the stranger from before spoke in a low, raspy, rushed manner, the man before me now was gentle, clear, tempered. I shook my head. They came out of nowhere. I tried to leave, but my voice shook as I spoke.
Are you hurt?
I shook my head again, my words cog in my throat, and I forced myself to speak. I think I'm okay. Just, shaken up.
Can you stand or walk? It's probably best if we get you somewhere safer.
Oh my god, it's him. I bet. It's just like, I think it's because I played in, like, we played the demo in some recent time, and it got stuck. I nodded. I didn't want to be here a second longer. The stranger stood and offered his hand to me. I took it gently, pulling myself up. Before stumbling towards the new stranger as my legs shook with adrenaline. Stay here, move away. I mean, we're playing the demo, so I think it's fine that you just flirt with all of them. Isn't it? What do you say? It's fine, it's a demo, right? I mean, if we were just doing the game, yeah, I would probably be more careful, but it's just a demo, so I think it's fine. Just stay here. As embarrassing as it might be, I'm clearly in no shape to be moving right now. My dizziness slowly settled, and as it did, I could finally register how stiff the stranger was under my touch. This close, I could see every detail of his flustered expression. And still he hadn't pushed me away. Sorry, I think I got up too fast. He made a soft noise in acknowledgement but made no movement beyond that. I stayed there until I no longer needed to, and finally I shifted away. A soft pressure left my lower back, and it was only then that I realized he had been holding me up this entire time. Red ooze continued to dapple his cheeks.
Do you need help getting anywhere? I can walk with you, if you want.
I think I'm okay. Thank you, though.
If you're close by, I guess that's all right then. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so...
He shifted his weight as if unsure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. That guy seemed pretty shaken up. I don't think I'll be seeing him anytime soon.
If you think you'll be okay, I'll go. Here, my communicator information, in case you need it.
Okay. What? Ah, okay. Fenrir? Because I got drug. This one I didn't click it. It was Kane. Hi, this is Kane. Can we like message or something? No.
I hope you get to where you're going
I
safely.
click it just to see, and this happened. He went to the next one. Okay. Thanks for everything. He nodded, and I hurried home, wary of running into any more strangers for the night. I stared at the array of foliage around me. Today I was scheduled to meet with Etza, but after yesterday's chaos, this morning had been rough. And to add to my misery, I was now completely lost. Where am I? How does anyone get around this place? All the walkways look the same. What did Kane say about finding Etza's office? I reread his instructions, but at this point I was too lost in Central's labyrinth for it to help. Ugh. Kimura said Etza was the head of Wyverns, too. Okay. I didn't want to disappoint someone so important, especially as my first impression. But at this rate... No, it's okay. I still have some time before I'm late. No need to freak out. Like I know that. I do not have the map. You know. It's always funny when they like ask you to like go one side or the other. And usually they do this for you to encounter, you know, a certain person. Go down the left hallway. Go down the right hallway. I don't know. Hello, can I help you? Oh, another kind soul offering me directions. Maybe this time it would actually lead me to Etza's office. I turn it. Actually, I only to stand face to face with an ethereal beauty. Long, lavish robes hung elegantly from a tall, slender figure, white, glistening hair, perfectly framed, striking aquamarine eyes. I really thought that when you go to the Steam page, they kind of have another look. They have another look for the guys, and I thought they were going to look like that, but yeah, they have like... It's not bad. It's very original. But I wouldn't say that I'm the biggest fan of the sprite's visual, to be honest. What they have in terms of like being good is that they end up being very androgynous, you know, so, and since you can date them as whichever gender, you know, you want to take, like, that's a good aspect of it. I stood in awe. This was no ordinary kind soul. This was an angel. The angel's brows furrowed slightly. Can I help you? Oh. I snapped out of my trance. What is wrong with me? Hi, actually, I'm supposed to meet with Etza. Do you happen to know where I could find them? So Etza is another them. Yeah, they said it was a them, right? You must be Irina. How did they know my name? Are they actually an angel? I think this guy's probably Etza, right? It's probably that. Noticing the surprised look on my face, they chuckled a smooth, alluring laugh. I nearly fell for them all over again. Yeah, I think this guy's Etza. Sorry, allow me to start over. I'm Etza. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. This angel was Etza? It's an honor to finally meet. I've heard so much about you. You've heard about me. If Truck told them about how I leave the overtaken in Alice, I swear to... You're a bit of a household name around here. I am? Irina the healer whose powers rival even our head, Wyvern. And to think you've even healed the overtaken. Are you like saying it in a good way or are you being sarcastic? I'm kind of confused in here. It's an honor, okay. Etza bowed, a gesture befitting their elegant demeanor. Oh, it has a time. Okay. Oh my god, I hate time limit choices. Yeah, this is like this is a preference. I do not like time limit games. I have many, especially like Japanese games, that I end up not playing them because they have time limit. And I do not like the time limit because imagine, oh, suddenly you need to go to the toilet, whatever, and then you had it on auto. Imagine, oh, I left it in auto, but I can still hear the voices, so I just go there and go to the toilet or something. And then you had like a freaking time limited choice in there, and you're like, I hate that. I returned the gesture as if on instinct and bowed back. Hopefully it looked as graceful on me as it did on them. Please, I'm just doing my best to help. There's no need to treat me as someone so special. My heart skipped a beat when Etza met my gaze. The stories I've heard would disagree. What stories? I mean, we just met the other two guys, you know. It's like they are making a big fuss about something that they didn't actually saw by themselves, and we are just talking and, you know. But if that's what would make you more comfortable, I'm happy to oblige. I cannot be certain. Like, is he like the guy that is a bit cold or something? Because sometimes it feels like he's being a bit sarcastic. Etza turned, gesturing for me to follow them. Come, I'll show you where we're to meet. Good thing Etza showed up. I was about to head down the wrong hallway again. We made a seemingly endless amount of turns. Yeah, there's no way I would have found this on my own. Thank you for saving me, Etza. What was that? Oh, nothing. Oh, Etza, I've been looking for you. Etza, about the other day. Thank you so much for your help. My son has been feeling... As we made our way to the office, I couldn't help but notice the attention Etza received. Calling it overwhelming would be an understatement. Do they deal with these all the time? And yet they hardly skipped a beat as they murmured words of acknowledgement to everyone we passed. Then their crystalline eyes turned to meet mine. here we are. I stepped inside, and everything from today's worries to yesterday's fatigue to burdens I'd forgotten I carried melted away. I think the backgrounds in here are delicious. Like, it's such a difference. I don't know if it's the same person that designed. Usually, when it comes to these, it's not the same person, because people that specializes in the backgrounds usually do not do the sprites of games. But I don't know if it was the situation in here. I don't know, maybe they even did this with the help of AI or something. I don't know. I don't want to say things and be injuring the developers or something by saying things like this. Okay, I just want to say that the backgrounds are amazing. They're super delicious. I really like them. They're so good. I think people that designed the sprites, please do not take me in a bad way. I do feel like the sprites could have been a bit better for my taste, okay? Other person can come in here and say, no, you are wrong, the sprites are really good. So, my taste, okay? I would say like the sprites could have been a bit better. But the backgrounds are like amazing. I really like them. Very detailed. Very well composed. In its place, there was only peace. Would you like something to drink? Could I have... Oh, we are going to say what we want. Okay. When I go to other people's houses, I do not like to have coffee. For me, coffee is something that I like to enjoy during the morning when I wake up, or when I go out into a cafe. Okay. When I go to people's houses, it's kind of like a polite kind of thing. I usually prefer to ask for tea. I could ask for juice too if they had like some lemonade or something going on, you know, and I wouldn't say no to that. I wouldn't be the person asking like she did. I would just expect, like, imagine, oh, but we only have coffee. Okay, we only have coffee, we drink coffee. I would not ask for something specific, but I would drink tea, probably. They nodded before turning to make themselves a cup of tea. I think tea is very related to conversations, being polite, having a conversation, having like a time spent together with another person in a very polite way. That's why you would probably choose the tea. Soda, I would feel like, oh, soda, even a juice, it would be more like, you know, we are pals, we know each other very well, so it's fine to have a juice or a soda together, you know, like we are pals. But tea is a more polite kind of thing, you know, like tea has another type of connection to it. They nodded before turning to make themselves a cup of tea. Your office, do you like it? I've never felt anything like it. It's like it was made to calm me down. In a way, it was. Their musical chuckle rang through the air. I could feel myself getting addicted to the sound of it. I've spent a long time getting my office to feel, well, less like an office and more like me. Whatever they had done, it worked. The way the energy in here moved softly and delicately echoed Etz's own demeanor. Here. They handed my drink to me and I thanked them as we both sat at their desk. So tell me about your experiences with the Overtaken. Well, in just the past month, I've encountered 5 overtaken. It's like they always feel like it's a lot. I've picked up some self-defense over the years. As a healer, I'm sure you can relate to the occupational hazard. Patients that lash out subconsciously, whether from the pain or utter confusion. I could only imagine how many times Etsa had experienced that as a wyvern. It's wyvern, isn't it? I think I started saying wyvern, but I think it's wyvern that you say. Wyvern. I don't think I'm wrong. I always get confused with English. Yeah, it happens, but I think it's wyvern. Right, wyvern. Yeah, I think it's wyvern. Right, and this aids you in your process. Well, usually when an overtaken attacks, I can subdue them at least. That's when I try to identify where their energy is off. And by off, you mean most of the time the energy looks erratic, unstable. It's not flowing naturally, or it's heavily concentrated in one area. Sometimes it's moving weird, or it seems to be disconnected from the person. You can see it? Yeah, apparently she can see the energy, and she can see like the auras. Actually, like people that can see auras and stuff, that they have a name too. What is the name of it? And cue the weird look everyone gives me. Alright, I know it sounds strange, but I can see energy. I brace myself for that look of disbelief, unease, and judgment. The one people always gave me when they found out I could see. The one people always gave me. What is it? Me, or is like something in here? The one people always gave me when they found out I could see energies. Something is not making sense in terms of this sentence to me. But Etsa's gaze held none of the animosity I had come to expect. Instead, their eyes glimmered with something akin to excitement, wonder. Actually, I understand. I'm the exact same. Wait, really? Well, I can't see energy, but I can sense it. Shifts in energy, the flow of it, I can feel it all. It's how I was able to attune my office. I've never met anyone who's been able to do the same. I haven't either. Anytime I tell people, they look at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. Silence extended between us. My heart raced at finding someone just like me. I wasn't sure if Etsa felt the same, but as they held me in their gaze, I couldn't help but hope. Eventually they looked away and cleared their throat. So, your vision helps you with healing the overtaken. It helps me to see the areas of instability, yes. Instability. Irina, have you ever been to a spring by any chance? No, I've never had the chance to visit one. Why? Ah, it's nothing then. I've already inconvenienced you with this meeting. I don't want to burden you anymore. What is it? You can tell me. Okay, I'm just going to pause a bit in here, and we'll be coming right after.